Thank you so much. I'm probably going to go out with my boyfriend tonight to like a steak dinner.
You know I don't like when you say your boyfriend.
So was it worth it
To give you the money?
to come here today?
Yes.
Piper Rockelle just dumped what people are calling her biggest stalker after this grown man allegedly spent almost $800,000 on her in just a few months. And you guys, this whole situation is genuinely nasty because we are not talking about some random fan sending gifts online once in a while. This is a 58-year-old man who openly admitted that he has been following Piper since she was 12 years old, and somehow everyone in the room was just acting like this was some funny little podcast moment instead of a giant red flag.
Today I'm here with my top spender. He has spent over $700,000 on me in the past 3 months. And today we're going to be basically asking him questions as to why he's spending all of his money on me and not his kids.
Now, if you missed it, Piper has already been surrounded by controversy ever since joining OF earlier this year. A lot of people already felt uncomfortable with the direction her content was heading, especially because she's someone who grew up online and had a very young audience watching her for years. But things got even worse after this interaction with a superfan named Dawn Barris started going viral online. And when I tell you that the internet was disturbed, because during this conversation, Dawn openly admitted that he has been following Piper since she was a... Not only that, he also claimed to have spent $750,000 on her in just 3 months. 3 months. And immediately people online started asking, wait, why is nobody stopping this? Because the vibe of the entire interaction was honestly uncomfortable to watch. Like, there's being a fan and then there's whatever this was. One user on X wrote, "This is not a fun podcast moment. This is a safeguarding failure that nobody in that room reacted to properly." Another user commented, "They are both disgusting, but what did she expect? She apparently just turned 18. Anyone who subscribed to her OF would obviously have known her when she was underage. Both of them are pathetic." Meanwhile, someone else wrote, "I think there's a difference between being a fan and building a long-term attachment to a and people pretending not to see that line actually is a problem." And that is the part that people keep focusing on.
So when did you first discover me?
Right after I got my computer.
So how many years ago was that?
Oh, jeez. Gotta be at least 6 years old.
All right. Well,
And if that wasn't uncomfortable enough already, things somehow got worse because he also requested to see Piper's feet.
And you wear socks?
well, would you like me to take them off?
Yes, I would. Why is he staring at me? What did you say to him?
Nothing. I'm just gonna take off
No,
his
you
socks.
said something.
No, I was just making sure he's okay. He looks parched, doesn't he?
Like, I'm sorry, what? And the internet immediately started calling the interaction creepy because it no longer felt like normal fan behavior at all. It felt overly personal and overly sexual in a way that made people genuinely uncomfortable. Then there was another moment where Piper casually mentioned going to a steak dinner with her boyfriend. And Dawn's reaction honestly shocked people online.
Thank you so much. I'm probably gonna go out with my boyfriend tonight to like a steak dinner.
You know I don't like when you say your boyfriend.
So was it worth it
To give you the money?
to come here today?
Yes.
Like, excuse me, sir? You are 58 years old talking to an 18-year-old girl like a jealous ex-boyfriend. This was looking like an obsession more than a fandom. That's when people online really started realizing just how emotionally invested this man seemed to be.
Have you heard that I have a new top spender?
Seriously?
I mean, it's just a recent one. I'm not that close with him yet. Like, I don't know him. Like, but he spent like hella.
Why do you need another top spender?
I didn't need him.
Have I ever not given you exactly what you need?
At one point, Piper removed her socks, and his reaction was just way too much. Like, extremely overexcited and overly sexual for a grown man nearing 60 years old. The clip spread everywhere online because people genuinely couldn't believe how openly weird the behavior was.
Got my sock.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
And guys, I think what makes this whole situation even sadder is that Piper has basically been surrounded by inappropriate situations involving adults for years now. Because ever since she joined OF, controversy has followed her non-stop. One of the biggest ones happened when she claimed she made nearly $3 million on her first day on the platform. She even posted screenshots showing her alleged earnings, similar to what Sophie Rain and other creators do. But almost immediately, people online started pointing out inconsistencies in the screenshots and saying that they looked faked or edited. Even other creators started calling the numbers unrealistic.
She be like faking her money. It's
Like,
weird.
she faking making bread?
She be saying she makes like $1 million an hour. She's cap.
Who?
Piper, Rockelle.
And eventually Piper quietly deleted the screenshots, which made people even more convinced that they weren't real in the first place. But honestly, the deeper conversation here is less about fake screenshots and more about the kind of audience that Piper attracts now. Because the internet keeps pointing out that Piper was introduced into very young environments when she was still a child herself. One comment said, "disgusting." But there is a whole documentary on Netflix about her mom dressing her very inappropriately at a very young age. Piper has never been safe from stuff like this, and it's because of her own mother. And that comment reopened a whole other conversation about Piper's upbringing online. Because as y'all know, there have already been years of criticism surrounding Piper's mom, Tiffany, and the way that Piper was marketed online when she was younger. Especially after the Netflix documentary Bad Influence came out and people started revisiting old clips, outfits, thumbnails, and content involving. And honestly, situations like this are exactly why people were worried in the first place. Because once someone grows up in front of an audience that already sees them in inappropriate ways, those lines become really blurred over time. And apparently Piper herself has talked about some of the bizarre requests that she receives online too. There was even one incident where she claimed someone offered her $50,000 to a plastic bag and mail it to them.
One time, I got a request. And they were like, could you please in a plastic bag and send it to me?
Wait, did you send it?
Yeah, I did. Like, come on now. It was like $50K. And I was like, you know, sometimes you just want to go buy like a Birkin.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
She even joked afterward that she hoped that the person she sent it to didn't drink it. You guys, this is exactly what people mean when they say influencer culture is getting dark, because none of this sounds normal anymore. And truth be told, hearing that story probably didn't even shock some people, because old allegations involving Piper's mom have circulated online for years too. There were claims back in the day that Tiffany allegedly mailed Piper's underwear to an older man because he supposedly wanted to sell them. And now, fast forward to today, and you've got a 58-year-old man openly admitting he's been emotionally attached to her since she was 12, while spending nearly $1 million on her content. But I want to know what you guys think, because this situation has the internet completely disgusted right now. Do you think that Piper is being failed by the adults around her, or do you think that this is simply the reality of the audience that she has built over the years? Let me know in the comments, because honestly, this whole thing just feels wrong.